Hello everybody, it's the CMonkey420 back again with another MSI Wind Geekcast. Today I'll be actually showing a kind of some overview, some highlights of the installation of my new touch kit that I have for my MSI Wind. I actually purchased this online from eBay. It is the, let's see here, it's the Hoda, what do we got here? Let's take a look. Exactly. The Hoda Easy Fun Touch Kit. It's basically made for the MSI Wind. They make custom designs. It looks like it's out of Taiwan. It cost me about $125 shipped from eBay. Links will be posted at the end of this here. Thought I'd just show some highlights of what you get. Basically, what you get is you get a USB controller here. You notice that it's sorry about that, focus factor. You'll notice that there's 3 hubs. Basically, you can connect a normal USB. Notice that USB to it, so you can internally add more USB devices. This is actually a solderless kit, so basically what it means is that we can hook all this up without having to do any soldering on the motherboard on the MSI Wind, which is one of the main things. And of course, there's our touch panel itself, which we'll be installing shortly. And there's my, of course, Wind, and I'll use my K50 because I have a light on there now. So I'll just start taking all the screws out of here and kind of check in once we get the screws and all the stuff off to look at. Okay, so we've gotten the cover off of our Wind here. As you'll see here, as my Wind lays open up and everything. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do some prelim touchscreen prepping work. Basically, what we need to do is we have to put we got some rubber backing. This is a rubber adhesive we're going to put on the perimeter of the screen. And we're going to make sure that we put it on the backside. The backside, you'll tell is that the monitor here, you'll see the cable here, and there'll be a plastic under. We want to make sure we only have it on just this here. If it's on anywhere inside of here, it'll affect the touchscreen itself. So make sure it's only on the silver. Then once we're done with that on the other side, what we'll do is we'll take these little pieces. These are actually double-sided tape. And we need to put that on the perimeter on the other side, so that way it'll stick to the actual LCD panel over here. So I'm going to do this offline and check back in after I do that. So okay, that definitely took a little longer than I thought. But anyways, here's what I have now. I got on the back here we got the adhesive on. And then on the front we have the front you have the brown little padding on now too. So our touch panel is all prepped and ready to go. So we'll move on to the screw part here. The next screws we'll need to do here basically will be just the LCD connector, the hinges, and the USB ports and Wi-Fi. So basically we'll be doing these ones here, the LCD connector here, I believe it is. Yep. And then we'll take the Wi-Fi off, and then the other underneath at the microphone, which we'll be using all of this for. So once I get all the parts unscrewed, we'll take a look again. Okay, so basically I got my LCD panel off of my Wind. That was a little scary when I first took it off. Actually, what I did to take it off, I opened it up, and it just basically slid out of this area here. So the main thing, again, before you do all that, is to take your wireless, the card out, like so. Unplug the microphone jack. Unplug the wireless and Wi-Fi antennas from here. Also be sure to unplug the LCD module from over here. Unscrew both those units. And once you do that, it should come off. These pieces here, right here, actually snap off. It's kind of, anything you snap stuff like that, it kind of feels wrong. If you just bend it up a little, or pull it down, actually, it's a little easier. 2 hands, of course. It'll just kind of come off here. Let's see. So, how did I do that again? The main thing again is we don't want to be breaking anything. So there we go. And that comes out. So that basically gets it so you can take these off now. And now we got these little holes off here, so we're just going to be down to taking the LCD panel housing off here now. And I'll come back after I get that done. Oh boy, everybody, we're getting closer. We got the bezel off now. The key thing I did was I used like a credit card, as people suggested before, right in the corner here, to pry it apart. There's some adhesive right here that catches, so you have to pull it a little and you'll hear it kind of make some popping noises. Just be sure don't to crack it, and also be sure that you don't mess up the edges here, because this kind of, if you kind of dent it or scratch it, you'll see it on your machine. So just a couple notes there. So you'll see here's a magnet that tells you to when it's on when it's closed, just so you know if you're wondered. Now we're on to the part of actually putting my panel on here, and then the hard part, put it back together and make sure everything works. So